Well, it's already that time again. We literally just played Fulham, and now we have Luton in a day or so, depending on when I post this. Just beat Fulham 3-2. We obviously know that. What a great start to the Premier League season. Now we got EFL Cup game next. But first, we've got some transfer rumors to go into. Liam Delap, here we go for 50 million, a record deal for Nottingham Forest to sign Liam Delap from Chelsea FC. Forest, man, thank you. Maybe it was 45 million or 50. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It was a record signing for them. Thank you. You gave us profit on a man who scored one Prem goal. I don't know what they were thinking. Did they look at that Barcelona goal and think, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing? But look, I do think Liam Delap can be decent. I think even this season, if he played, let's say this season, he played for Chelsea FC and started every game, I would still give him 10 goals, honestly, maybe even 15, all season and all comps. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Liam Delap, profit. It's unreal. I literally cannot believe that we sold that man for profit. But of course, we will gladly take it. Record signing for this man. I understand it. Ipswich, he was good, but it just shows you how crazy the market is too. Force paying 50 million, paying 70 million for Garcia. Even these small teams eventually are going to be making £100 million signings. Jackson is still in talk with Aston Villa. It looks like he's been talking to them every day. So honestly, look, if this man wants to leave, just get him out. I don't want to lose too many strikers. I still think Jackson can be very valuable in the team. I don't necessarily just want to have Welbeck and Joao. I think they'd be fine. They could do a job. But it would be nice to keep Jackson if in case of injuries and just to have, because you can also back up in a camp spot. Look, if he wasn't about to leave, I would have had him starting in this game if I'm being honest. But lastly, Man City are still looking to bid around 130, 140 million for Enzo Fernandez. We'll have to see it if that ends up being true, if they end up doing it. I know Maresca loves this man. Look, you saw him after last game. He was kind of walking down the tunnel. He still gave his shirt to a fan, but still kind of getting booed off. He got booed all game. Look, if I'm this man too, he said yes to Man City. We've known that as well. At this point, if I'm him, I'm like, all right, maybe it was 50-50 before, but now I definitely want to leave. I do not blame him. I would probably want to leave too. So we'll have to see what happens with that in the future. But Chelsea versus Luton, we are so bad that we have to play in the second round of the EFL Cup. Speak on Luton here a little bit first. Look, they're back down into League One. They got back up in the Prem with their crappy stadium. It's kind of sad to see. I kind of like them being in the Prem because I feel like it's an absolute joke with their stadium. But they've had the fall from grace, that's for sure. Back in League One, it should honestly be a fairly easy fixture. I feel good, obviously coming after the 3-2 win versus Fulham. I feel like our defense was shaky in that game. But, again, this is Luton. We should be able to rotate a lot, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Should get through it comfortably. I'll just do my score prediction now. It doesn't really matter. I think it's going to be like a 4-0. You'll see my lineup here in a little bit. I am going to go with a very rotated lineup. So maybe we won't beat them that much because we seem to always struggle against these teams, which is ridiculous because we know Luton will be up for it because I feel like in these teams know Chelsea do struggle against bad teams. So we'll have to see. Maybe they can come out here and do something. But I do think it should be straightforward. I think were they in League One last year? I think they were, and they finished mid-table. I'm not too sure. I don't know. But injuries, it seems like we'll have to see if Palestra's back, if Caicedo's back. But a little spoiler, I am going to put them in my lineup. So we'll have to see with that. I think Mamadou Sarr might still be carrying an injury. Aaron Encimino, I'm not too sure. I've spoke about them before, but we want to send them out on loan, so I don't think they can really be too injured when we want to get them out. So I don't know. Now, time for the lineup. It's an interesting one, so you're going to have to stick with me here on this one. Mike Penda's in goal. I think that's pretty obvious for this game. I think any YouTuber would pick Mike Pendas to be in goal. Look, Pendas, this is your time. Please, mate. This is your time to shine. This man can play for his feet. He's a centimeter, an inch taller than Sanchez. He's huge. He's long. He looks massive. I think he could be better than Bob Sanchez. So this is his time to prove himself. If he plays well, man, play him against Brian. I don't care. After Sanchez's last game with the mistake he had with the ball going over his arm, and then on the second goal, him trying to hit it away. It wasn't mostly his fault. A lot of Cowell's fault. But on the second goal, when he literally just hits it away and it falls right to Garcia, thought that was basic goalkeeping to get the ball away. I don't know, man. Sanchez, maybe he struggled because he knows a spot could be in contention. I feel like that's why he struggled last year with Jorgensen, because once Liam Senior came in, he was saying Jorgensen could start. I don't know why. He was trying to prove a point with that. We all knew Sanchez was better. But maybe that's why his confidence is low again. I'm not sure, because normally his problem is playing with his feet, and that still was a problem. But the saving, normally the good part of his game, still sucked. In the back line, we're going to go Hato at left center back, Tosin at central center back, and Fofana at right center back. Hato, I know he did play last game. I feel like he didn't play very well, so I'm not too sure if I want him playing against Brighton, so I'm going to play him in this game. I also just want to see him play in more of a center back spot because he struggled so much at left wing back, so I want to give him the start here at left center back. We'll see what he can do. As long as he just doesn't dribble the ball so much as he did last game, I think he'll be okay. Get your clearances up, get your confidence up playing some center back, and then we'll see what happens versus Brighton. Tosin, you're not going to play much, so I'm going to play you in this game. It's pretty simple. I don't ever really want to see you playing a Prem game, so I'm going to give you this game. You might be sold. Look, was Tosin... Did I just make a big mistake? Is Tosin even in the team anymore? Am I losing my mind? He's still in the team at this point, isn't he? Am I stupid? Oh my god, I gotta look this up. Wait, did I just make a huge mistake? No, I think Tosin's still in the team. Okay, Tosin is still in the team. Forgive me for that. I literally just had an absolute brain fart. I thought he might have been sold, but we know he might be sold, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Fofana at right center back. I'm just going to pretend like that never happened. Fofana at right center back. He's suspended for Brighton as well, like he was for Fulham, so I want to see him play this game. Get your match fitness up, whatever, and then maybe we can see you. Cole didn't play great, so maybe we can see you play versus Brighton. We'll have to see with that. But on the wing backs, I'm going to go Pep Chavaria, because he didn't start in that other game, so he can get some more minutes here. I want to see how he can do. And then Palestra might still be injured, but again, didn't play against Fulham, so I want him to play here. I'm going to go Caicedo and Henderson in the midfield. I want Caicedo to play this game. Again, he might be another player that's still kind of hurt, but I want him to play this game just because we do struggle a lot with these smaller teams. I want him to get his match fitness up. And I want to be able to control the midfield in a game where I feel like if for some reason, this will be a game that we struggle more against Fulham. It's just one of those games, I think, Chelsea fans. So I'm going to go Caicedo in midfield. And Jordan Henderson, I want to see him play because I like the bloke. So I'm just going to throw him in there, over Alavia, because obviously Lavia cannot play this game or else he will get injured. James, I don't want to see touch the pitch either unless he has to. For the cam positions, I'm going to go with the youngsters, Esteval and Quinda. I want to see them to play a full 90 together because Esteval didn't start, and I want to see more of Quinda. So this is time for Esteval to prove that maybe he needs to be in the starting 11 because I feel kind of bad for him. He's never going to start another game because we got JP Morgan now. So Esteval, these are the kind of games you're really going to have to prove yourself if you want to give Xabi Alonso a headache. Quinda, same with him. I mean, he can play a wing-back spots too, so I feel like he'll be in the squad more than Esteval, if anything, maybe. But Quinda, chance for you to prove yourself a cam. And then we're going to go Danny Welbeck, the GOAT, up top, plain and simple. For my score prediction, I already said it. I'm going to go 4-0. Maybe I'll say 3 just because we're playing a full second lineup here. So I'm going to say 3-0. Is this a must-win game? This is literally a 10 out of 10 must-win game. When you talk about must-wins, this is it. You cannot lose to Luton. You cannot go on the Carabao Cup this quickly. Look, this is one of the competitions we can actually go on a win. You cannot lose here. Genuinely a 10 out of 10 must win. So, Xabi Alonso, do it for us. Manager pressure on him. I'd say there's really no pressure after the first win, but if you do lose this game, it is going to look absolutely terrible on him. But obviously I'm confident. It's against a League One team. We should easily get the win and then hopefully carry that into, I think, Saturday against Brighton. And then if we, go 3-1 straight, it's looking real good for when we go and face Arsenal. So I'll leave you guys with that. Look, we'll have to see what happens with Enzo Fernandez. At this point, maybe I do think he's going to leave. I've said it in the past 3 videos. I don't think he's going to leave anymore. But, Now I fear that he could be leaving the club. I think Nicholas Jackson will leave the club as well because he knows he's never going to play. And Liam Delap is gone. Tosin, we'll have to see what happens with him. Hopefully I did not get this wrong because I'm going to look like an absolute idiot if I got this wrong. But if you made it this far, hope you liked this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You need to get that sub count up. It is incredibly low, but hopefully that starts rising here soon. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.